So hey guys, the game's just finished, and it's finished. Leicester the Foxes 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Wolves bogey side, Leicester away from home. I think it's now 1-1 in 24 or 25 games away. Yet again against Leicester, VAR seems to have come to the front. We always seem to have a VAR incident against Leicester, and it always seems to go their way. It seems like, I'm going to cover the whole game, but I've got to start with that penalty. I was literally, absolute joke. For about 10 minutes after, I was still really, really annoyed. I think probably with most Wolves fans, it's given a penalty. Max Kilman's looking around like this. It looks, I mean, Max Kilman's running to block the thing. When you run with your hands, don't you? You don't run like a penguin, you know, or look like you're doing river dance. You literally run with your hands. He's running, as he's running to try and block it, the guy's hit it. It's hit his hand as he's running to try and make a shot from about 2 yards out. What chance has he got of getting his hand out the way? Absolutely no chance. Absolute joke. The referee gets it in his ear. He goes over to look at it in VAR. What does the referee do? Does the referee watch it back in full speed to get an idea? No. He watches it back in ultra slow motion. So if you watch it back in ultra slow motion, hey, look, took nearly 10 seconds. He could have got this. Absolutely ridiculous. He gives the penalty. Jamie Vardy steps up. He scores his first goal against Wolves. It's 1-0. Wolves, you know, up until that point, we were quite comfortable. Leicester, you know, were having good position. And Leicester are a very good side. Let's face facts. They're on a run of 5 games, now 6 games where they've won consecutively. They've got some great players. Thought Maddison, until he went off, pretty much ran the show. And they were looking, probably on the whole of the match, they probably looked the better side. And if probably one team probably deserved to win it on the way they played, maybe Leicester, but they didn't really hurt us. Let's face it, the stats are 50-50 in possession. Leicester 3 shots on target. I think 2 of those are the penalties. Wolves 2 shots on target. The second penalty, fair play, was a penalty. Ait-Nouri, as much as I sang his praises in the last game, looked really nervous, shaky. The press of Leicester caused problems. I personally thought he should have probably been replaced a lot earlier than he was against Marseille. He's a young man. He's going to be inconsistent. I thought when Maddison went off, we looked better. I thought after the second penalty, the end of the first half, Wolves stepped it up and looked, you know, it shook Leicester and Wolves looked better off. Again, second half, I think we probably shaded the second half. The shot from Neves, it's a typical Neves. Semedo's done well. He's put it in, and Neves has hit it so well. It's going in the top corner, and Schmeichel's pulled off a fantastic save. It's a really good save. That was probably Wolves' best chance. Saying that, again, a Neves ball in, I think it was. Dendoncker for the second game running into that position. All he has to do is put his foot through it, a little bit like Podence did in the last game, and get it on target. Makes Michael make a save. The chances are it will go in. It doesn't. He misses the target. And it's frustrating. It's a little bit frustrating. I'm not frustrated in the fact that we've lost to a really good Leicester side who are on a lot of form. I'm more frustrated on the fact that we've lost to a goal. I mean, Patricio saved the second penalty, and it's a great save. He's kept us in it. And that's what I'm frustrated about. VAR, Wolves away against Leicester, they get all the decisions all the time. I mean, to me, at half-time, if I was Nuno, I'd be going in and saying, hey, guys, forget taking your player on and trying to get past him. Just take a look at where the guy's hand is and hit it against the guy's hand. Because it seems to me that's exactly what you have to do. Get a penalty, knock it against the player's hand. Don't try and create something. Just look for the hand, get the penalty and score. Because giving penalties like that is just stupid. But if it had been some people on the chat said if it was the other end, would Wolves have got it away at Leicester? Let's face it, we don't get decisions away at Leicester. But it's gone, it's done. Leicester have won. We've had a decent start to the season. It's still 13 points from 8. We've got the international break coming up now. So my man of the match today, it's a tough one to give it to. I think for the consistency performance and how he controlled the game and looked quite assured and back to his best and to himself, I'm going to give it to Willy Bolly, or as my dad says, Ryan Bolly. I'm going to give it to Bolly today as man of the match. I don't think we got Jimenez really into it. Jimenez was having to drop really deep to pick up the ball. We had a bit of a cameo from Silva. I thought Pedro Neto's shot again against, you can hit the ball. I think Schmeichel's, made a couple of decent saves. I think a draw probably would have been a fair result. I don't think Leicester overall really deserved to win the game. I don't know. Probably they shaded it, but did they shade it enough to win the game? Well, they have won the game. It's 1-0 and they go top of the league. Leave your thoughts below on how you're feeling. I'm going to give this the rating on this game. I would have given Wolves 5 out of 10 for the first half, 7 out of 10 for the second half. So overall, I'm going to give Wolves a rating of 6 out of 10 for this. Leave your man of the match and also how you're feeling about the performance and the result and the start to the season, and give it a rating out of 10. There will be the international fan reaction, which will be out a little later. And then in the week, we'll be doing an Always Wolves podcast with Amy and Manny. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask us for that, again, leave it in the comment section below, or when I put it out on Twitter or Instagram, leave it on there. Until the next time, which will be in a couple of weeks, I'm Dazzling Dave, Always Wolves.